Hello everyone. So welcome to the new video on the topic of atom and the structure, right? So in this video, like this is the introduction video of the atom and its structure of class 9 basically, but this is not just limited to class 9. So the one or whoever wants to refresh their memory about atoms, so this video is absolutely for you. You can go ahead with this series where we are doing like science made easy, and this one is the atomic structure, right? So atoms and its molecule, the chapter name. Let's start the video without wasting the much time. As I've already mentioned that this is the introduction video of this chapter. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what all are we going to study in this chapter, particularly with the book concept related with book, and all those concepts that is not given directly in the book but are there, and the questions can be asked from those concepts which is not very much explained in your book. So we are also going to do it in detail, so don't worry about it. Now, like, as this is the introduction video, let's try to first understand that what all are the things that we are going to study in this chapter. So first and the foremost, that introduction, like this is on every topic you will be watching a separate video. So this is the introduction video, and after that we'll be doing the laws of chemical combination. Now what are they? So you guys have heard or even read about these two laws, the laws of conservation of mass and the law of energy, right? The law of combination of mass and the law of energy, that one. So I must, we will be doing it in much detail. Then comes what are the atoms actually, right? What is an atom? So we'll be having a separate video of that as well. We will understand the concept of an atom, that is somewhere related to the concept of matter that we have studied in the class, right? If you haven't watched that video, we have a video on what is matter as well, that chapters of yours, so you can go and watch as well. Okay, then after that we'll be looking for the atomic theory is given by different scientists, and which theory we are opting for now. Look, there are two things that is there. So there are two similar chapters in this topic, that is what atoms and molecule, and the next chapter is structure of atom as it is, right? So in both the chapters, the concept, there are many concepts that is interrelated, and that is there into two different chapters. So don't worry about it. We will cover the concept wise and detail wise whatever given in first chapter and in the second chapter of the atoms. So we'll discuss it. And in the first chapter, it's the Dalton's atomic theory that is given. So we'll be doing that as well. Now comes the symbol of elements. It's very important in context of this chapter, because from here on your the wonder of chemistry will begin. Now after that we have the term atomic mass. Now it is related with atoms, so as the name suggests, we will also understand what is an atomic mass and what are the uses of atomic mass. Okay, then it's molecules and the atomicity. Now, like this concept of atomicity, it's not explained in much detail in your books, but the questions can be asked from this concept. Also, not just about the questions, but this concept, individually, it's too much important. Like it's very much important for this concept of atom. And as it is not given in much detail, so don't worry about it. We'll be understanding what is atomicity. Okay. And after that, we will be doing chemical formulas. Okay. Then what is a molecular mass, formula unit mass, and the much more, and the most important concept of this chapter is the mole concept. It's a really very important. Now, again, this is one such topic in which you are not given the proper description about in your book, right? But questions and the concept is so much important that everybody who is doing this chapter must know the mole concept. So don't worry about it. We will also do it. And there is a term called Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. We'll also understand what is this number and the significance and the use of this number. Okay. So this is what the introduction is going to be. And after like we are done with all these concepts, we'll be doing questions. We'll be doing questions and we'll be discussing what type of question can come from this chapter, basically PYQs, the previous year questions. We'll also discuss those. We will discuss questions of multiple format that can come from this chapter, whether it's MCQ, fill-ups, or a short answer, long answer, description, whatever can come from this chapter. We'll be discussing all those once we are completed with the concept of this chapter. Now comes the introduction part of atoms. Okay, so see, the discovery and understanding of the atom's structure has revolutionized our comprehensions of matter. See, if I tell you in short that matter is actually, matter is made up of particles, right? We have understood the particles of matter, right? And the particles, you can say that it is made up of atoms. It is made up of atoms, but it's not just atoms, although atoms are called as the smallest unit smallest unit in a material or in a matter, but completely true because there are many subatomic particles also there that is, making an atom. So, although atoms are called the smallest unit of matter, that's not completely true. So you can see this is the hierarchy that is like going on from subatomic particles to atoms to particles and to matter. Right. And the discovery of this, the discovery and understanding of the atom and its structure, like how it looks, has completely revolutionized our, uh, understanding and the matter. What is matter in general? See, the atoms generally looks like this figure. Can you see? It generally looks like this, something in the center, then there are some rounds, and then there are some charges, as you can see, positive, negative. What all are they? Don't worry about it. We'll be going to understand in this chapter. Throughout history, scientists have explored and refined the atomic model. See, the atomic model that we are using right now, it's not the result of just one model that was made and we have like selected it. No, it's not like that. But there were multiple models, multiple time, researches happened and multiple models were given out, but due to some limitations and all those things, the models fail. Early models fail at some point. So it's not just like one tribe made this whole concept. No, it is completely explode from all the concept, that it is whatever the model is given, if it is applying on all the rules, all the things, so it is very much refined that enable us, to grasp how the atom's fundamental components influence the chemical behavior and the properties of the surrounding matter. See, for example, iron. Let's take iron. You guys must have noticed that if there is something iron, or let's say iron rod, after some time, if you will look into it, like if you will look at it, you will see some brownish layer on it that you call rust or rusting of iron. Why iron rusts? You know that you will understand when you will understand the like what and how the iron's atomic structure looks like, how it reacts with other things. Like the iron reacts with oxygen and forms this rusting thing, right? So this happens, and why this happens, to understand this, the behavior of chemical components, it is very much important and essential that we should know what is an atom. Now let's look some atomic models that are there. So first of all, what is a matter made up of? Discovery of electron in 1897, then jumping electrons in 1930. Current atomic model was given in 1927. 1803, that was the first atomic theory. And then we have 1911 planetary model. Oh, it's like this, 1803, first atomic theory. Then 1897, discovery of the electron. Then we have planetary model. Then we have the jumping electrons. And then the 1927, the current model, atomic model that we are using. As you can see, it is something, it looks something like this. See how changes is occurring in these, earlier when the model was given, how it was looking. See, then how it changed, and now the model that we are using currently, how different it looks, right? So multiple researches and things were conducted to identify like which one is the correct pattern, right? Then comes the importance. Why is it important, to understand and to study the atoms? So the role of atomic structure in chemical reactions, this question can be asked as well, that why is it important to learn, or what is the importance of atoms? So the role of atomic structure in chemical reaction and energy technologies drive innovation across the various scientific disciplines, and the atom structure shape the behavior of matter, underpinning current chemistry, physics, and technology. Understanding atomic structure unlocks the perspective on matter's properties, propelling scientific advancement. So these are the few reasons why we should learn math, right? Let's see what is an atom. Let's cover what is an atom in this video. So the atom is a fundamental unit of matter. It consists of a central nucleus containing positively charged proton and neutral neutrons surrounded by a cloud of negatively charged electrons. Now, what all are these? What are protons, neutrons, or what are electrons? Don't worry, we are going to understand about it in the later videos. The interaction between these particles determines the properties in the behavior of chemical components or elements. See, I've explained you that there are subatomic particles as well. Let's see the figure. Now, this is the current model that we generally accept. Now, if you will look in the center, there are some circle, the red circle over here. These are positively charged, right? The plus sign that shows that it's a positive charged subatomic particle. The positively charged subatomic particle is a proton. As I've already told you, that although the atoms are considered to be the smallest or the fundamental unit of a matter, but there are subatomic particles as well. And these proton, neutrons, electrons, these all are the subatomic particles only. So the proton will have a positive charge. Can you see the dark blue balls which have no charge on them? They are neutral, neither positive nor negative. So that's why they are called a neutron. And then comes these negatively charged elements that are there, negatively charged ions that are there, and we call them as electron. They carries a negative charge on them. So this is what an atom is, right? And I hope you understood that what and how are we going to deal with this chapter? How are we going? What things are we going to cover in this chapter? So stay tuned for the next videos of this chapter, next part of this chapter. And I hope you understand. If you do have any questions, you can comment down your questions below. And that is it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.